file at the city and stream live to YouTube, so anyone from the public can observe if they would like. So that's getting started now. Okay. Need to read through our hearing script. This basically just covers the procedure for the hearing. Then we'll jump right into the presentation of the applicant's case. This is the March 16th, 2022 session of the zoning hearing examiner docket. My name is David Sturkey. I'm the zoning hearing examiner for the city of Cincinnati. Now I'll preside over this hearing. The case before us today is case number ZH20220016. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and opposing parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any opposing party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. Unless a party has submitted testimony in the form of writing or digitally prior to this hearing, the hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. If there were anyone here from the public that didn't have an opportunity to present or to speak after the applicant had presented its case, I will give Doug, zoning plans examiner, an opportunity to present any testimony he would like. And then in the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to rebut that testimony and or argument offered in opposition. And then finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I'll close the hearing. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or to make any comments. I may also refuse to consider hearsay. That's generally evidence you want to introduce that consists of statements made by someone who's not present at the hearing. In the event of any technical difficulties with the video conferencing technology, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those on the fly, but to the extent there's some defect that we cannot cure or prevents us from meaningfully going forward with the hearing, I may continue or postpone this hearing at my discretion. Okay, last thing I need to do is just swear in all of our witnesses here today. So if you intend on providing any testimony here today, then you need to be sworn. If that is you, if you can make sure you're off mute, I need everyone to raise their right hand and answer out loud. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, great. All right, Miss Sakich.
Sakich.
Sakich. Sorry, I'm gonna keep saying Sack. Sorry.
That's okay.
Please, the floor is yours.
Okay. So what I'm asking today is that my client is wanting to have a larger sign, I guess, than what is allowed in their area. The sign where it's going to be located is kind of somewhat hidden behind a tree, and we think it'd be beneficial to have just a little bit larger sign to be seen. And there are several other businesses in the area that have larger signs on the same street, actually, even. And so we're just asking to have something a little bit larger so the customers can find her location easier.
And let's see, the underlying zoning here is CCP. Does this comply with the underlying zoning district? Do you know?
Yeah, I can answer that. It does. It's actually well below the maximum size for a projecting sign in the CCP. It's just the urban design regulations that have the lower square footage.
Gotcha. And Doug, did you work on the one for the pizza place?
Yeah, Goodfellas.
I've done some signs. Okay. Was that a projecting sign?
Yes, it was. And that was much larger than what's proposed here.
Okay. Gotcha. And I see these are some other legal non-conforming. Do you know whether those are pre-existing or whether those were granted zoning relief?
Yeah, most of the existing projecting signs on the street are pre-existing, so they're legally non-conforming. But again, most of those other projecting signs are much larger than what's being proposed for this business.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, Doug, anything else you'd like to share on this?
No, that's mainly it. I mean, it's a very modest request. It's a 6 square foot limit per sign face, and they're asking for 9.62. So it's, just under 4 feet in area that they're requesting for each of those sign faces. So That's a modest request. It's smaller than most of the projecting signs on the street. And there's, definitely a clear, substantial property right for many of the other businesses in the vicinity.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. I noticed that there are a couple conditions attached to Doug to your recommendation for approval. Did you have a chance to review those at all? Sorry, this is to April.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you have a chance to review Doug Owen's staff report?
I did not. What was?
Okay, so one recommended condition of approval is that a revocable street privilege is obtained from the Department of Transportation before permits are issued, and that support poles abutting the building shall be painted to match the facade of the existing building.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, absolutely yes to both of those. You don't have any issues with either of those?
I didn't realize about the revocable street privilege, but we can do that. And we were already planning to match the facade on the brackets, so that way you don't see them.
Gotcha. Okay, so those are the actual poles they'll be holding up the sign.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Was there ever any similar signage like this on this property?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I don't believe so. I believe the previous business at this location just had a wall sign.
Gotcha. Okay. April, any potential adverse effects that you're anticipating as a result of this project?
No. I mean, it seems pretty simple in a sense.
Okay, and no internal illumination or anything
Nope.
like that?
Nope. Non-illuminated.
Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to say in closing or otherwise before we adjourn here?
No. I think I'm good here. We can definitely take care of the revocable street privilege issue and get those poles painted to match. So.
Okay. So Doug, anything else?
No, I don't have anything further.
Okay. So yeah, I've had a chance to review the application, the staff report. Based on that and the testimony here today, I'm going to approve the application. We need to formalize that opinion in a written decision, and so that's usually what takes a couple weeks. As soon as I finish that, I put it into a PDF and I email it to everyone who's in the hearing today, and so you'll have that just moments after it's complete. As soon as you have that, you can start working with Doug on on the necessary permitting. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to reach out to myself. Or if you would like an update on the status of the decision, please just send me an email and I'll get right back to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions right now?
Do I need to wait for the written approval to start the revocable street?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, you don't. Yeah. The only thing that can happen before that written decision is Doug cannot actually approve the permitting. Is that right, Doug? So anything leading up to that, the application for permitting, if you haven't done that already, all of that can be done.
And I believe we do have an application in already for this. So yeah, I would just recommend you start the revocable street privilege. If you haven't already done that, just get that started because that can take a little bit of time too. So.
Okay, very good. I will get started on that today.
Okay, great. If you have any other questions, please reach out.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, have a good day, everybody.
You too.